Okay guys, so today we are going to create the Starbucks copycat banana bread recipe that Brooke posted. So I want to show you guys how to do this in your MyFitnessPal, how to create a recipe, what to do, okay? So let's time ourselves and see how long this takes. I've got a picture of it pulled up so I can see what the ingredients are. So you'll want to have your ingredient list close by just so that you can see and do this quickly. So what we're going to do from your home screen, well actually, so you have your dashboard and then you have the more. If you click on the more button, it's going to bring you to this page. You're going to click on My Meals, Recipes, and Foods, okay? Down at the bottom, you're going to click on Create a Recipe. You're going to enter ingredients manually. And then we're going to type in the name of the recipe, copycat banana bread. Banana bread. Okay. Right now, and I'm going to teach you the trick on this later, but right now we're going to say that it serves 1. Okay. There's a reason for this later because we're going to switch it to grams, but I'll show you that later. Okay. So now you're going to hit the arrow in the top right. Now you're going to do add ingredient. We are going to search for the food. So the first ingredient is 2 cups of flour. So I just know that if you do all-purpose flour, it comes up. So all-purpose flour, 1 cup. There's 2 cups in our recipe. So we're going to do 2 cups and click the little check mark. Now we're going to add another ingredient, which is the next ingredient on the list is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I don't typically add all of that stuff in just because I just don't. So I don't add in the baking soda or the salt. The next thing is 1 egg. So we're going to do whole egg. Okay, 1 whole egg. Usually the ones with the little green check mark is right. However, I've seen before where it is not right. Like this one, I'll show you real fast. This one is a whole egg, but down here it says it's got 1 carb, depending on the carton of eggs that you get. But I know that the Eggland's Best eggs don't have a carb listed. So that's what this one, now it does. Whatever. So we're just going to add our egg, okay? And then the next ingredient is 1 1/8 cup of sugar. So we've got our 1 cup. We're going to switch it up here at the top to 1 cup. And then we're going to hit on number of servings, and then we're going to do 1 1/8, okay? And the check mark. Now we're going to add the next ingredient. Let's see. The next ingredient is 1/2 cup of vegetable oil or canola oil. So depending on what kind of oil you use, you can change it, but for the most part, oil is a fat and it will always be about the same macros for whatever oil you choose to use. 1/2 cup. Okay, so now we got 1/2 cup of oil. Now we've got 2 tablespoons of buttermilk or 2 tablespoons of milk. Let's do buttermilk just because. Okay, so 1 cup. We are going to change it to, this milliliter, the milliliter is equal to about the grams. It's not 100% perfect, but if you run into this is really good to know, okay? So 15 milliliters is equal to 1 tablespoon, okay? Same for like your peanut butter and stuff like that. So we're going to click on the 1 milliliter, and I'm going to show you guys how to switch this. So if we have 2 tablespoons of buttermilk and 1 tablespoon is 15 milliliters or 15 grams, and 2 tablespoons would be 30. So we're going to say that we have 30 milliliter of the milk, okay? Next we have vanilla. Normally I don't really track vanilla, but we can for this experiment, okay? 1/2 teaspoon. So we're going to go to teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, just because it's so minimal. I mean, look, it's like 0, okay? 3 bananas. Normally for this, unless your bananas are super large, then I just choose medium, 1 medium banana, okay? You could choose large if you got large ones, but we're gonna do 3 bananas. Okay, now we're gonna add, what is the next ingredient? Half a cup of chopped walnuts, okay? If you don't do nuts, you can leave this part out and recalculate your macros for without the nuts. So 1 cup chopped, but in our recipe, it's only half a cup. So we're gonna switch this to say half a cup. All right, so now you can see that we have 3,546 calories, okay? That's a lot, but that's also for the whole loaf, okay? So what you're gonna do is hit the arrow next. Now, here's the deal. In the past, I've had an issue with it saving the recipe. Even if I just hit save, it's like I can't find it again, and then I have to go back and redo it. So the best thing to do is save it and log it, okay? And then it will show up in your MyFitnessPal. However, whenever you are cooking this, what you want to do is take it out of the oven, and you're going to weigh this thing in grams and see what the total grams are, okay? So I'm going to show you how I do this here in just a second, but you will need to like zero out your scale. So you're going to have to take the loaf of bread out of the pan and set it on this, like zero out the scale and then set it on the scale and set the scale for grams. And let's pretend it says 2,000 grams, that the whole loaf weighs 2,000 grams. So then what I'm going to come in here and do is I'm going to edit the recipe, and I'm going to say that it's 2,000 servings, okay? Because that's 2,000 grams. Okay, so we're going to save it and log it. So now, here we are in our meal. We're about to log our meal. Let's say it's snack 1 or whatever. Let's say that we cut a slice of bread and we ended up eating 300 grams of bread, okay? Which isn't, well, that would be a big slice because 532 calories, okay? Let's say we just had 200 grams of bread, okay? So now, do you see how you can literally say exactly how much you have instead of just eyeballing and saying, oh, I had 1 slice, but this slice wasn't as thick as the last slice, and like now how many calories do I have left for the day, especially when something's so calorie dense like this bread, okay? Or let's say that you just want a light breakfast or something to like hold you over, so you only have 100 grams of bread. Now do you see where you can kind of get away with eating more? Because your 100 grams of bread would be actually a perfect serving, and then you can pair this with a protein shake. Let's do that, okay? So we're going to pair that. I have my carbs set on super low right now, so ignore that part. But, okay, so then we're going to do cafe latte, because I normally do the protein shake with the carbs, okay? So we've got our banana bread, and we've got a protein shake. We've got 32 grams of protein, 11 grams of fat, and 26 carbs. This is like a perfect meal, okay? So if you're someone who wants to eat the banana bread, and you maybe also, like maybe let's say you do, I've got this, I like this canola oil butter that I do, 10 grams, okay? Normally it's about 10 grams that I put on my stuff. So now let's say I've got the banana bread, I've got a little butter on the banana bread, and that's actually 10 grams is quite a bit for a smaller slice like that. And then I've got the protein shake. So this right here would be a meal for me. Now, if I'm just loving this banana bread, I'm probably going to do, let's say 200, okay? 200 grams of banana bread, or 2 slices of it, however you want to do it. And this would be a bigger meal. See, this would actually, this right here would be an awesome pre-workout meal if you're going to go lift a heavy, like a big body part. So like legs or something. And you're going to like really do a lot of reps and like knock yourself out, right? So this would be a good pre-workout. It's kind of high for a pre-workout meal, but whatever. That's a story for a different day. So anyways, hopefully this helps you The other thing is with your recipes, so now you can go to more, because I want to show you how to edit it. Go into your recipes again. Let's see if it saved it. Starbucks. See, I've been having an issue with finding it again, but for some reason in my diary, I can type it in. Let's just see. Watch it not work or something. Okay, there it is. So we can go there and do that, but it should show up in your MyFitnessPal, since this is, if you will type it exactly how I typed it up here, but if it doesn't, then you'll have to just enter in all of those different things and create your own recipe by going to more recipes and then create a recipe down there. Okay, so hopefully this helps you.